What's going on, YouTube fam? Today I want to give you guys a quick comparison between your Turbo Green and your Hyper Royal Jordan 1s. Before I go over the review and kind of compare the two, if you're new to my channel and this is your first time stumbling across a video of mine or just coming across it, I just want to welcome you to the channel and tell you thanks for stopping by and checking out a video. While you're here, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell for me. That way when I upload new material, post new content or anything like that, you'll get notified. Then you can head to the channel and you can check out my latest content. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm at IamTMCII. So if you're on social media into sneakers and all that stuff, give me a follow there. And lastly, hit the thumbs up. It goes a long way, really. It's an indicator to me. Let me know that you enjoy the content, and it kind of motivates me to keep wanting to record videos anytime I have pickups or anything like that. So hit that thumbs up button for me. Okay, so now that that's out the way, let's go ahead and dive right into the comparison. So when I first saw pictures of the Hyper Royals, I initially was like kind of on the fence because I thought they resembled these a lot, the Turbo Greens. But once I got them in hand, I was like, man, there really a lot of differences between the two other than the color. I think because it have like that kind of rough, rugged look to it, that's what kind of made me think it's kind of the same shoe almost, but just a different color. But there's a lot more things that I found on them that's really different between the two, and I'm gonna show you guys the difference. Coming out to like the toe box, so you can see that there's more of a like a tumbled matted paint and leather that they used on the Turbo Greens, opposed to here it's more of a glossy smooth and like a brighter white on here. Both leathers are decent, but this one have like more of a textured tumble look to it, and it feels like it's more of a thicker look also. The suede or nubuck part on it seems like it's more smooth on the Turbo Greens, and it's a little bit more rough and rugged on your Hyper Royals. Coming up to the insides of the shoe, you can see that the tongue, you have like exposed foam on the Turbo Green, and you have just your regular traditional style kind of nylon tongue here on your Hyper Royals. I also noticed like the holes and stuff on the ankle collar seem like it's more open, like they went with a different like material inside here, whereas on the Hyper Royals, you can see that the holes in here is like real tiny little bitty holes on here. So that's that, and you can let's turn them to the side so you can see some other things too. So of course, obviously the Turbo Greens has the Springer 19, it has that writing on here, and it's all tumbled panel on the side, whereas these is just really smooth and it doesn't has that writing on here like the Turbo Greens. And also on these, the Turbo Greens have more of a old kind of old faded look, because this have that sail color midsole opposed to that clean, just fresh all white midsole like these have. So I'm gonna show you guys some other things I noticed, like with the box and stuff too, but just want to give you guys a good close look of the two shoes, just so you guys can see that there is some differences other than the color. Another thing I noticed, like the swoosh. So the swoosh on the Turbo Greens, it has that same rough, rugged kind of suede material on here, whereas on the Hyper Royals it's just a smooth swoosh that they used on the Hyper Royals. So you can see that it's just a regular smooth leather swoosh, and then you have like a rough, rugged swoosh on your Turbo Greens. So pretty much that's it for the comparison wise on the shoes. So it was a few things, like I mentioned, that I just wanted to share with you guys. Some other things I noticed. So the Turbo Greens, they came with 2 extra sets of laces, this purple pair and this Turbo Green pair, and the white pair that's in there. And the Hyper Royals only came with the white that's in the shoe, and it came with these blue laces as well. So you got a little bit more options with the Turbo Greens. And another thing, like when the Turbo Greens initially released, these kind of set, there was no hype really behind these at all. But then the price started to skyrocket and go through the roof. And I think that's what kind of set the hype for these, because people who missed out on these, they felt like, all right, I missed out on these, so there's no way I'm gonna miss out on the Hyper Royal. So the kind of resale is a little bit high on these also. They're starting to drop a little bit, but I think that's really where the buzz came from, because people started to feel these after the fact. Some stuff I also noticed on the boxes. So you have an old Jordan 1 label. So some of the older ones, the label just was this square right here, kind of a square label. And you can see like some of your newer Jordan 1s starting to have that long label that go across the whole bottom. And it also has that QR code. And there's also like a RFID chip. So if you look behind the label, there's like metal strips behind the label. So if you look right here, you can see this is like a little metal strips behind here, if you guys can see that really good. And what I've been told is like that's for tracking reasons, like maybe somebody who worked for Nike could be able to track the shoes, to like see what boutiques or stores they went from or came from. Not 100% sure if that's accurate, but if you were to peel the sticker off, you'll see that there's like little metal strips behind here. And you can see it, like I mentioned, like if you look behind your label and if you see that RFID on, it's like a tracking mechanism on the label. And just your regular Turbo Greens is just a regular label. They don't have that on those. So that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get ready to wrap the video up. I do have On Feet reviews and full-blown reviews for both of these. So if you're curious to see, you know, more in-depth reviews for the kicks and see what they look like on feet, just head to my channel and go ahead and search that. But other than that, I'm gonna end it here, guys. And like I mentioned earlier, if you are new, go ahead, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think, which ones you like better between the two. If you had to choose, is it the Hyper Royals or is it the Turbo Greens? So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on to the next video. Until then, all right, peace.